At last. You've kept me waiting for so long. Oh, there's no need to be frightened. You're perfectly safe here. Put that down. That's very old. And if you try to hit me with it, it's going to break. You would be wise to do what I say, else you end up in a worse off position. I don't need to resort to violence or simply trick to keep you from causing any harm to either of us. My magic can do more away than just transport you around. You'd do well to remember that. Would you like a demonstration? Are we clear then? Good. Now then, let's see here. Don't move. I'm just going to have a look. I'm not going to hurt you. Such a pretty face. Don't take compliments well. If you think I would use magic to snatch from the first attractive person I'd see, then you're sorely mistaken. Now, that's a bit presumptuous, don't you think? What do you take me for? Some kind of low-life voyeur? There's no pride in using underhanded tactics to view someone in their most vulnerable state. The real victory is getting someone to do it for you willingly. Whether I'm interested or not is completely irrelevant. It's ultimately what you decide to do that matters. Well, I wouldn't mind it. I expect the rest of you to be as beautiful. But I'll leave that to the imagination for now. Rest assured, there is a lot to be left to it. I'm privy to that sweet face of yours, and the mark on your chest. What did I say? There's been no unwarranted looks towards you in any way. Let's just say I've given permission at one point in time. No need to get raffled over it. In a way, we have met before. Just not in a typical sense. You weren't exactly aware of me at the time. Considering you were unconscious, you wouldn't exactly remember that encounter. Oh, enough of it. It was strictly professional setting. I only saw what I needed to. It was necessary to your parents. I could tell you that much. You were in desperate need of help, so they came to me. They said you've been sick for some time, and it's taken a toll on you. I'll say, you definitely look the part. You were pale as a ghost, and they brought you over. I'm not a physician, just simply a sorcerer, who knows a thing or two about giving people what they want. I can't say I was their first choice, but they have a few options. And sometimes you just have to trust a few miscreants along the way to get things done. People resort to anything if it's for the sake of a loved one. Children, in particular, will have their parents go to the end of the earth for them, especially when they're dead. Oh, didn't see the light for a bit while you were out? That's what they were all saying after coming back from the brick. No, seriously, you were gone, stiff as a board. Couldn't feel a single pulse in you. Well, that's exactly why they brought you to me. They couldn't bear you seeing dead before them. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised how long you lasted with that condition before your heart gave out. Most didn't make it as long as you did. I have seen several families come in with loved ones who have succumbed to the same illness. But you're the only one who's lived to adulthood. Oh, I didn't revive any of them. Much too risky and not worth the payment. The issue is, it's a bit of one of those one-time deal, or at least from what I could gather. The method I use only allows me to perform it once. That is, unless I could figure out how to do it again without compromising both of our lives. Yes, both of us would have been sent to the grave if I was too ambitious, and I don't think you want to relive that time before, would you? We've become intrinsically linked as a result of me doing this for you. Well, would you believe me if I told you that heartbeat within your chest is none other than my own? It does sound odd, doesn't it? It's power created by a progenitor of magic that could be passed on from generations. It gives life to an ultimate proof from one's mastery of art. Unfortunately, it is the only way we know how to revive the dead one. One life must be used to bring back another. In this case, it means I had to give you my heart for you to live. Still sounds a bit far-fetched for you, Why don't I prove it to you then? First, let me show you this. You recognize this, don't you? That's right, the same marking as yours. Now, place your hand over my heart should be. Don't be shy. Nothing bad will happen to you. That's it. Come a little closer. Now, put your hand over here. Right there. Very good. Nothing, right? Is that enough to make you believe? Oh, no other sorcerer could have given up their heart to you. If they had, they would have felt you within my presence and snatched you away by now. Even if I had somehow blocked your own precedence from them, that just goes to show how weak they are. It's a further proof on how much better of a choice I am in the end. You're much safer under my care. But I'm not going to let anyone take credit for my work. It's my heart that goes in your life, no one else's. It's quite simple why I chose to bring you back to life. The countless others would have lost their lives. You're everything that I've ever wanted. From the moment I laid my eyes on you, I knew you were the one. And as I felt every beat that heart has made since you took your first breath, that want was only grown more and more. I wish I could have brought you home sooner, but your parents and I had a deal, and it wouldn't have been fair to take away the last 5 years they ever have with you. But it's worth the wait. Their time is up, and the spell that connects us has brought you back to me. And now that we could spend the rest of our days together until death takes us. The moment the heart stops beating, it means the end for both of us. We share one life, and when it succumbs, so does the other. Just like two lovebirds, it's poetic in a way. Now, don't you worry. We will have the rest of our lives to come to love each other that way. You will know and love me as I do with you. Our connection runs deeper than just being bound in life and death. Life is shared in many ways between us. Every heartbeat is a story and feeling attached to it. And each one has given me a greater picture of who you are. I know that the first thing that you felt when you came was gratitude. You felt immense joy when your parents told you that you've been treated. Isn't that right? It's something you've held on to ever since. And now you feel conflicted knowing the truth of it all. Yes, unfortunately, that is the price of having a second chance. What you feel is no longer just yours. It will always be the part of me too. But you can always be sure that there will be no misunderstanding between us. You will never have to worry about your needs or wants being unnoticed. And I could tell right now you like some reassurance that everything will be okay. I can say this with absolute certainty that heart will give you a long life. One where you don't have to fear if your next day will be your last. It's my duty to make sure of that, for both of our sakes. Yes, it's in my best interest to make you happy from now on, and that means giving you what you need. Right now, your desire is comfort, something simple to put at ease. And there is one thing I know that can. You used to love having your cheek stroke like this. It makes your heart flatter now, isn't it? It feels nice, doesn't it? I have my own desires too, you know. Would you let me indulge in one? It's something you fantasized about in the past. You never thought about live to experience in it what little time you had. But now you have all the time in the world for it. There's nothing holding you back anymore. The heart never lies. I know how strong that feeling is within you. Let me prove it to you then. The heart truly speaks for itself, doesn't it? You wanted that and so much more, haven't you? And you can have all of it. You have a whole life ahead of you to fulfill everything you've ever dreamed of. Yes, let's be the first experience of many.